Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, we're live. What's up, everybody? So as you may or may not know, we posted on Instagram the other day. If you don't follow us on Instagram, at HowToRoundnet. We posted a little Q&A thing asking you guys to shoot us questions, just about life, about where we're going, about any and all that fun stuff. So here we are in the car answering questions.
First question we'll start off with is from Andrew Nunn. He says, where are you headed? Canada, I hope, with a little winky face.
We are not headed to Canada. We are headed to Utah, the land of Roundnet, as Taylor Sanford calls it. We're going to Utah. Myself, Ryder, received a call from Andrew Gasaway like 4 weeks ago. The call premise was, yo, Taylor Sanford's basement's open in June. What are you doing in June? And I was like, calling a bunch of top-level players, and we're going to freaking Utah to play. So that's exactly what we did. I'm not going to tell you who's going exactly. It's going to be a hell of a time. We're going to, shoot stuff on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, if we like it. But yeah, I mean, that's the whole premise. We're going to pretty much put a bunch of dudes into a house and see how the month unfolds. Should be fun.
If you have any ideas of what we could shoot with all of these top players, or I don't know, like a challenge or something like that, or any other just spike ball content, we will try to make it happen.
And what you should do is comment below.
You can comment below.
Yeah. All right, next question.
Dreadman_19 says, I'm the president of SBU Roundnet. Any tips for growing a club scene?
I'd say I haven't tried to start a club, so in that area, not so much. But I will say in terms of recruiting new players and getting it out there, play as much as possible, play in crowded areas, all that fun stuff. But also when you get new people, don't just destroy them. I know for like a year, we'd try and recruit people and be like, oh yeah, it's so much fun. And then we just ace the crap out of them, and they'd be like, well, this game's dumb. To have people play with their friends, just be super open in anything like that. I mean, the community's amazing. People are amazing. You get people in, you get them hooked. Bada bing, bada boom. Also, random thought. I don't know if having a mic in your hand is distracted driving and or illegal, but we're not doing anything illegal. Oh, holy crap. Utah. The reason why Utah is great for this quarantine spike house is because they lowered their risk level to low. So people are able to, hang out in big groups and do all that fun stuff. And it's legal. So we're not breaking any laws, people.
All right, next question is from C. James N2. Who's been your favorite past partner and why?
Past partner, so I can't say Caleb. My favorite past partner, who I actually played tournaments with, was Troy. Troy was just not the loudest human, but he just understood my brain. I think him and I just thought a lot alike. I don't know. I just felt like he complimented me very well because I was loud as heck and he wasn't. And we just had a good time.
Can you do a reverse cut tutorial? I see you trying them in the pickup videos. Don't lie.
Who's that from?
Carolina Reaper Roundnet.
What up, Carolina Reaper Roundnet? I have been trying them because Ryder has been executing them with a lot of success. As of now, we're not going to do one. In the near future, we have to use it more and get the movements down pat. But I could see sometime in the future us making a reverse cut tutorial. But it's definitely 100% Ryder who is making it happen because I didn't want to learn it, but Ryder learned it, and now I have to.
Preston can't accept the fact that someone's better at him at something.
No, I've accepted it. Now I just have to do something about it.
All right, this one's from Bryce Jaco. How do you think Roundnet could be made more ESPN/viewer friendly?
I think it all comes down to rallies. Obviously, that's like the hot topic always. Like, how do we get more rallies? How do you get more rallies? I think you change the hitting trajectory. Hitting's OP, serving's not the problem, all that fun stuff. Defense is possible if you change hitting trajectory and give us a chance instead of having it fly by our ankles or 50 feet over our head.
I also think the production quality on streaming Roundnet could be a lot better. There's so many cool angles that you can get with cut serves and with different shots. I mean, you could have 100 different angles and I still feel like you wouldn't have every perfect shot covered in spike ball. I want to try to make a very high produced game in Utah. Maybe mic up the players. Just produce something cool. Obviously, the more high quality is, the more people want to watch.
Aside from that, sponsors need to come in. Big money needs to come in to motivate people to train,
to make any of that happen.
I mean, people like to watch. When there's something on the line. Right now, there's really not much on the line besides a bunch of dudes being like, "Oh man, I didn't win," or "Oh yeah, I won." So, yeah.
Caleb Heck 2 says, who is your favorite 19-year-old? This is tough because I'm 19.
Ooh, Caleb. That's a good question.
This is actually a good question.
So Ryder's 19, Caleb's 19. My favorite partner who's 19 is Caleb.
Okay.
My favorite 19-year-old. Actually, my sister's 19 too.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy. I got to choose my sister. And then you guys can duke it out
I'll
for
respect that.
who the favorite 19 is after that.
This is a good one. This was from J.H. Kelly. What's the biggest hurdle from top level advanced to premier?
I don't know if I've ever jumped a hurdle when playing Roundnet. I'm just kidding. Biggest hurdle is just consistency. I know everyone thinks like, oh, you have to have a good serve, you have to have all this stuff, but honestly, like if you're consistent with what you do, you're gonna hop out of advanced real quick.
Same question from him about hopping from premier to pro.
It's literally, I think it's more or less same thing, consistency, but also from premier to pro, you know, you need to be good at most every aspect of the game. I mean, there's definitely pro players who suffer in some categories or whatever, but for the most part, they're consistent across all levels. You know, they have a very strong serve. They hit with, you know, very, very high like kill rate. Setting, they don't mess up sets really ever. Defense-wise, they get maybe 1, 2, 3 ups a game, but just consistency across all levels, you know, goes a long, long, long way.
With the reverse cut already crushing people's mind, what's the next secret weapon from JF Chevalier?
The double cut. It cuts both directions.
Like a screwball.
Like a screwball.
Like a double breaker in golf.
We don't know yet, because if we knew, we wouldn't tell you.
This is from EA Monbert 19. Can defense in Roundnet catch up to hitting enough to fix the rally problem, in your opinion?
No. Without changes, no.
Roundnet, why, with the 2020 season probably not happening, can you please talk Jarrett into playing in 2021?
I can do my best. I mean, Jarrett's going to do Jarrett. He's getting married. He's, you know, looking more for a stable future, as all of us old people are at this point. But, I mean, I'm sure he'll be around. I'm sure he'll play.
How to stop freezing/frozen feet during a play from JMean7.
I mean, it just comes down to, like, your mental mindset and also how you practice. If you practice standing still, you're probably going to play standing still. But it takes time. You know, it's like you have to tell yourself every single play, like, move. I tell beginners when you're learning defense, it's not so much of like, oh, what exactly are you doing on defense? It's more just move. You know, if you start moving in one direction, you'll realize really quick if you did right, wrong, or neutral, you know. So just get moving, stay moving, and move it or lose it kind of thing.
From Tate7874, what do you think the best serve to catch your opponent off guard is?
All of them. I mean, Ryder knows this now that he has reverse cut and whatever. You know, it's like there's not one serve you're going to get somebody on more than others. I mean, if you hit a cut serve 90% of the time, you're probably not going to catch them off guard with cut serve. If you hit a cut serve, then a reverse cut, then a drop, and then a lefty, and then a back door, like you're going to get them on probably most every serve if you're landing them efficiently and effectively. But just get all the serves, and then you get all the goods.
This is one from Jordan Keene. Mindset for when the opposing team is about to spike. I don't know how to position it. What's your mindset?
What's my mindset? That I'm going to get the freaking ball up. No, but honestly, my mindset is you got to know the hitter. People ask me all day, like, oh, what's the best defense? What's this? What's that? You know, like you have to have like a little notebook in your brain that you're jotting down what their hits are. You know, if they hit a righty pull 9 times in a row, I'd bet a decent amount of money that they're probably going to hit a righty pull for the 10th time in a row. So my mindset is just to learn the hitter as the game goes on and set myself up for success rather than just blindly guessing.
Who is the best server you have played against? From Milton Crows. Crows?
Who do I have?
Who's the best server you played against?
Best server I've played against? Ryder Riva.
Hey.
Honestly, like, as of now, I don't want to face Ryder, and I play with Ryder.
No, I'm also the only person you played with in the last.
But honestly, like straight up, I'd rather receive. The only other person I might not want to receive is Caleb, but he's also my teammate, so like, win-win for me.
What aspect of the game do you think you need to improve the most on?
Me, personally, consistency. As a lot of people say, like my ceiling is very high on what I can do, but it really comes down to what I do. And sometimes what I do is do.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, you know, it worked out.
Lisa said, how did you guys meet? Hope you're having the best of road trips.
I'm going to let Ryder take over this one.
Preston was my volleyball coach when I played volleyball. So that's how I initially met him. And then we kind of met again when I was back at the high school watching a game. And I don't know how you knew I did video, but he was like, oh, you do video. And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, I want to make spike ball videos. And I was like, spike ball? We're like, Roundnet? Okay. Like, because I didn't really know what Roundnet or like anything was.
Yeah, I just literally approached him at a volleyball game. Was like, "Yo, dude, I want to shoot videos, but I was gonna do it on my iPhone, so I figured I might as well ask you."
And I was like, "Yeah, I'm down." And then I remember going over to your house and
yeah, we like talked over about a video or whatever.
Yeah.
Sat there for like 20 minutes, didn't talk about anything, and then we're like, "Let's just go film." And then we filmed like a week or something later.
Out of the top 40 players, who would win in the Hunger Games for Michael? That's an interesting question.
It's such a weird thing because I'd win.
I wouldn't bet money against Preston, honestly.
I mean, I know that everyone thinks I'm just a big brawny dummy, but like I'm really not. The fact that I've been a bum and been out in the wilderness for the past many years, that helps. Tyler Chiswick would be exceptionally great at surviving and killing people. He's quick. You know, he's just got that.
What was that again? What does he have?
Factor.
The fatsing.
Yes, the fatsing factor.
All right, from Jack Hibb, when did you first play spikeball / when did you first get into the competitive scene?
I played for the very first time like 8 years ago. I hated it. I thought it was stupid. I didn't know any of the rules. And then like 5 years ago, I got into the scene because I went to Chico, where Chico Spikes was at, and I saw them, and I was like, I want to beat them. And then from there, it's just history. And now I'm an old dude who plays Roundnet.
I just started playing when Preston came to me to do videos. I didn't even really know what spikeball was. I played like maybe twice a year with my friends at the beach. Troy Rutledge says, what's the best way to play with someone that just hits super hard?
The best way to play against them is if they only have one shot and they just hit their right all day long, get off the net. If they don't ever drop it, obviously you don't need to guard that area. If they just swing hard right hip, go super deep on their right when you see the set, and then have somebody be in that middle ground just in case they do kind of go middle. But like, I feel like that's the easiest person to play defense against because they just hit it hard. You can run down balls and make moves.
How is Ryder so good? From CTS Schmidt 14. I'll answer this. Not that I think I'm the greatest, but I think having Preston...
He's pretty freaking good for 6 months.
Having Preston be like... Because I feel like I didn't start with any bad habits because Preston was there to like tell me what to do and what not to do. So that definitely helped. And I think having an athletic background, I kind of played every sport growing up, and it was an easy transition. I think I pick up things easily.
The fact that he watches all the How to Roundnet videos and takes them to heart and actually does them. I know it sounds dumb and I'm not self-promoting, but we make these videos for you guys to get better, and we get a lot of questions. I mean, you've seen them. Mm-hmm. We get a lot of questions about the videos, like how to do this, and the video tells you how to do it. You might have to watch it 1, 2, 3, 4 times through. I mean, Ryder watches every single video like
5 times.
Like 5 times.
Preston films it 3 times, and then I take the best edit. So I hear it 3 times, and then I edit it, and then I'll watch it back. So it's like kind of just distilled in my head, like everything Preston says.
Yeah, but I mean, Ryder has a very natural background, like he says, athletic background. He just got a good head for it, but he also just takes skills that we give him and he applies them right away instead of being like, oh, I don't like it. He just puts his head down and works.
I don't know how to say this,
Barqueños.
but Barqueños Roundnet. Are there easily measurable goals to set when training to track progress? We're trying to be efficient with drills and training, but find it hard to measure improvement. How do you measure improvement?
I like how Ryder says measure instead of measure.
It's measure.
It's comment below if it's measure or measure. Anyway, I measure improvement just through how I feel, how I play, how I got to watch the footage of how I'm playing, and if I suck, then I'm like, well, that's obvious. But just consistency again, it's a huge key when talking about Roundnet. But every single time you go out, like your aim should be to get better. Gauge it on consistency, gauge it on how much cool stuff you do. I mean, it's just kind of day in, day out, how you're feeling about your game. If you really need to compare it to others, I don't necessarily love to, but, if you're losing 10 out of 10 games in pickup and then you win 5 out of 10, like, you're clearly getting better. But also, the scenery around us is ridiculous right now.
All right, from Allhar34. How many bites does it take to eat a slice of pizza?
Alhair, you already know. 1 bite.
What do you think is the most important skill to have in Roundnet?
In terms of just straight up skill, setting is severely underrated. But also just having confidence and a cool head will get you pretty much through most matches.
J.H. Kelly asked like 20 questions in a row, so we'll put them up. Most impactful person in your life?
My dad.
Quality you see others you wish you had?
In terms of Roundnet, just straight up blind hustle. Just doesn't matter what it is, just moving your freaking butt.
What do you want people to remember you for?
These are such deep questions.
I know, dude.
In Roundnet, I just want people to, I don't even care if they remember me. I just want the sport to become something legit. So if people remember me because I helped that, sweet. But if nothing else, like, just happy, positive, always had a good time around that kind of thing. We don't need to get into life, unless you want to call me sometime, we can talk. We can get real deep.
From Robbie, chocolate milk in cereal, or is that just illegal?
What's your thoughts, Ryder?
I don't think it's illegal. I think chocolate milk is the greatest liquid to drink ever invented. Whoever invented chocolate milk,
sponsor
props
us.
to you. And sponsor us.
I agree with Ryder. I don't think it's illegal and or bad. Also, your phone is just shooting me in the eye. Oh. The sun.
Tell us another thing HTR could stand for, from MLC 1042. You thought of something really bad, didn't you?
Oh, man.
What about canceled world championships?
Well, it's a bummer.
I think it gives Spikeball another year to just make it that much better.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that it's not just like, we'll postpone it, have the same event. I hope it's like, we'll postpone it and double up the coolness because, Worlds is just a phenomenal thing that's going to happen at some point. And especially after going to Europe, like, I want to go there just to hang out with everybody. I don't even care about playing at this point. Hey, we're in Utah.
We made it.
But yeah, hopefully, like Ryder said, I think it gives them more time to make it dope and plan better and whatever.
From Luca, at what point during a play do you make a decision about which direction to hit the ball?
The most obvious answer is right before you hit it. Because, like, as the set's coming in, me as a hitter, you have to track it. You have to, make sure you can hit on the net first and foremost. And then if it's a good set, then you kind of see where the defense is at. And then you kind of decide where you're hitting it. But I don't think it by any means you should ever go into a play and be like, I'm going to hit my lefty through my legs. And that's going to be sick. Because then the set's bad, and then you try it, and then you fail, and then you lose a point. So honestly, I don't think your main worry should be where to hit. More so, can I hit it on the net first? And then look at your options. All right, well, thanks for watching and tuning in to our Utah road trip special here. Thank you for providing all the questions. Definitely enjoyed it. Definitely burned off a lot of time. If you want to follow along this month, it's a whole month. We got a bunch of top players coming out. Subscribe to here, YouTube, if you would like. Check out our Instagram. Check out our TikTok at HowToRoundnet. But thank you again for supplying the Q&A questions for the day. We definitely enjoyed it. Drop some comments, drop some likes. And again, the subscribe button is an option.
And give us some ideas for videos to do.
Because
we're going to have an idea of what we can do. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, we're literally going to be in a house with like a bunch of top players, which is the ideal setup for any video of your dreams. Could be Roundnet related, could not be. But thank you again for dropping all the questions. And we did not crash, so I think this was a success.
That's a good thing.
Signing off, Preston Buys, out. Ryder Eva?
No Yeeeeyoww?
Sorry, guys, no Yeeeeyoww today. Yeeeeyoww! Let's get it! Later.
How do you think Roundnet could be made for ESPN? Wait, I messed that up. How do you think Roundnet could be made more?
How do you think we make ESPN more?
Here we go.
More Roundnet. Welcome back to HTR in the Car. This is HTR in the Car with your hosts of the evening.
I was just listening.
Also, yeah, the grass is so green. Look at that.
I know, it's like dirt and then it's green.
It's greener than
Okay.
ganja.